where so many have failed.
But most impressive of all is Australia's apex predator. This is the animal that towers above all other species of reptile. I am indeed talking about the saltwater crocodile. And our team bringing our star of the show to you today is led by Dave. He is talking and feeding for everyone. Please make them welcome the Australian Zoo Croc team.
G'day everyone. So what we want to do today is prove to you all how easy it is to live alongside this. Australia's apex predator, the saltwater crocodile. Now have a look at Monty as he moves through this water. That water's only knee deep and he can move through there without disturbing the surface. This is the art of the crocodile. He's an ambush attack predator. You'll notice he hasn't had to come up for a breath yet, and that's because he can hold his breath for over 3 hours at a time. Watch him as he moves in here and sets himself up. He's going to pull all 4 legs forward. Watch his tail. That's where all his power is going to come from. Come on, G. Come on. Put the food on me. Good boy. Isn't he awesome? Now don't be fooled by how slow Monty come out then. If he wants to, he can strike from the tip of his nose to the base of his back legs in the blink of an eye.
Steve built this crocoseum especially to show you how to live alongside crocodiles. He figured if he could keep you safe, not only would we save people, but we would also save the crocs.
Now, if I seem a little bit nervous at the moment, that's because I am. In Monty's jaws, you have to keep in mind he's got about 3,000 pounds per square inch closing jaw pressure. So if he was to grab me mid-body, crush me down to a few centimetres thick, and unfortunately I'd probably use that either in like toothpaste. Now that'll make a great show for you guys today, but I've got plans for the weekend, so hopefully we can avoid that. Come on, Monty, what are you doing? Just got to wait for him to go down. He can strike out and hit this fence if he wants, so I'm not too keen on running past there. There we go. What I'm going to show you now, or demonstrate to you, is another method that crocs use for hunting, and this is what we call the tail walk method. They use this from the time they're hatchlings, right up until they're Monty size and bigger. Good boy. Now watch his back feet. He'll plant those on the bottom of the pond. Again, watch his tail. That's where all his power comes from. Settle down. Good boy. Now, the lesson here is, if you are up into Northern Australia and you see one of those big old melaleuca trees overhanging the river, it isn't the ideal spot to climb out and cast a lure.
I think we've just learned why. So if you're up in Croc territory, not here on the Sunshine Coast, it's up north, the top end of Australia. The warmer waters are where the crocs reside.
He's keen, Toby. What I'm going to do is just actually pull Monty back in the pond for a second. He's just anticipated his next feed, and we want to mix it up for him and keep it interesting. We want to feed him on our terms, not his terms. What I'm going to do is demonstrate just how quickly they can move on the land. So some people will tell you they can run as fast as a horse, but I'm here to tell you that's not the case. This for Monty right now, that's flat out on the hard solid ground. Good boy. And it's not hard to see why. So he's got these 4 short stumpy little legs. He would weigh about 400 kilos, and on top of that, he's got to drag this massive tail behind him everywhere he goes. He's not designed for life out on the hard solid ground. In fact, to put my money where my mouth is, I'm fairly confident I can sit down here in front of Monty, and I wouldn't say I feel at all comfortable, but as long as I keep an eye on him, I know that I can get up and get out of the way quicker than he can come forwards. And he knows it too. That's why he's not making any attempt to try and chase me down out here on the land. In the water though, he's absolute dynamite. That tail that slows him down once he's out of the water, in the water helps propel him to speeds of around 28 kilometres an hour. To put that into perspective for you, that's about the cruising speed of a dolphin. So it doesn't matter how many gold medals you've won, you'll never ever outswim a saltwater crocodile. But like we've been saying, avoiding them is dead easy. Stay 3 to 4 metres back from the water's edge, don't ever enter the water and don't overhang the water, and you will never come into conflict with one of these gorgeous animals.
In Australia, crocs are our apex predator. We don't have lions, tigers or even bears. Crocodiles play a very vital role in their ecosystem, keeping our waterways healthy and resilient.
And take a look at them. They're one of the last living links to the dinosaur era. 260 million years in the making, and so perfect. They haven't had to change for 65 million years.
That's exactly right, Lauren. Now, we don't expect everyone to leave the zoo today loving crocs as much as we do. Obviously, we work with them every day, so we're a little bit fanatical. But all we can ask is that when you do leave, you can show them a little bit more respect and appreciation for the very important role that they do play out there in our ecosystem. Now, Steve-O, he loved crocs with absolutely everything he had. That was no secret to anyone. And he's passed that passion on to all of us here at Australia Zoo. So now it's our aim to ensure that Steve's beliefs, his legacies and his enthusiasms for the wild places and animals of this planet lives on forever. It's with that in mind that we'd like to thank you all for coming to Australia Zoo today and helping us keep Steve's dream and this planet alive.
Now it's your turn. Get out there, live a little on the wild side, and always remember, Crocs rule! Give it up for our Croc boys. Nice work, Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to let you know we have something a little extra special happening after the show today in approximately 10 minutes' time. Some of you may have heard that we would be moving our Croc today. We will be postponing that today, but instead we are bringing out an alligator by the name of Sanchez. He is 6 feet, 8 years old. He's going to have a little run around on the Kids Zoo grass, on the grass area just outside Kids Zoo. Head down there in 10 minutes' time. You can get some incredible photo opportunities. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the day here in the zoo. Thank you very much for coming. See you later.